Beginning where we left off, we talked earlier in this series of I&I abatement about looking at the watershed and observing how groundwater then may start in your community, or it may start in agricultural fields, at least at a higher elevation, and then drain through your community. We also talked about layering the information that's available for free, starting with a digital elevation model, which is a file which describes the change in elevation that helps us to determine how the water flows into your community or through your community and where it comes from. We talked about making sure you're in the right place with an aerial photography, and also including in that model your collection systems, storm and sanitary collection systems, and how they're associated. Then, last but not least, that of determining where your potential I&I sites are. And those we have in this slide. They are the hot spots, if you will. This is a picture of an area of concern. We have sanitary sewer overflows along this road here and this road right here. I know that the elevation up here is higher. And secondarily, as we discussed earlier, we know that this route of yellow line, which is the storm, backs up because of improperly maintained culverts downstream of this area, such that the culverts then surcharge or fill past the top of the top of the pipe, and we have even seen that water will flood the streets here, and also over in here, because the capacity of the storm collection system, there's simply too much groundwater coming in and not enough draining out because of maintenance problems downstream. So the storm collection systems are in yellow, and using this software called Global Mapper, $300 piece of software, very inexpensive, but without a great deal of detail, one can lay out where the sanitary lines lie in relative position to where the storm collection system lies. And you can see that there are parallel runs here. Also, there are crossovers, namely the sanitary lines have got to cross over the storm lines because the storm lines are generally deeper. There are cross-unders where the sanitary lines are underneath shallower storm lines. One of those famous I&I points that we'll discuss later is right here. And also, where do the service laterals lie relative to the storm collection lines? Now, 40 years ago, when the pipes were put in, they were installed in a correct manner. There were bands to seal the storm lines. But after 40 years, with the lack of maintenance and early on the use of salt, the crinkle tin storm lines then would corrode. And as we explained in the prior edition, when the storm collection system no longer contains its flow, the trench that holds the sanitary line can be saturated. The sanitary line then no longer can support the high amount of soils that are above it, and then they begin to crack. Secondarily, all of this section has got vitrified clay pipe, and vitrified clay pipe was never designed to be laid underneath the storm way, never to be designed to be underneath a or under the influence of a creek. And in this case, because of surcharging caused by poor maintenance and secondarily because the storm lines no longer contain the flow, the joints in these vitrified clay pipes gave opportunity for stormwater to enter into the sanitary system, and therefore the cause for sanitary sewer overflows.